equals wellness. How y'all doing out there? I'm over here with God in the flesh,
Peace, love, and light.
and we are processing the stones from my harvest. Oh my gosh, they are brightening up. The colors are coming out of them. Oh my gosh, that white one is popping with all
Mm-hmm.
kinds of colors going through it. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
you see that bubbling? Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, it's coming up out
Look
the
at it right
stones.
there.
It's like they cooking, and that's what I said. We're gonna sit them in the sun to cook. But this right here, this like ceviche. It's caustic enough in there to cook whatever is in there out of them.
Mm-hmm.
OMG. Now I don't know what we can see, so I'm gonna turn the camera around the other way so I can see what y'all see. So One Love and Wellness family, Love plus Art equals wellness, heart happy hour. For real, this is season 8. Let's call this the kickoff of season 8, God in the flesh.
All right.
We
Now,
also
that's my life path number right there.
we also call him True. So he's gonna help tell me some truths about what this process is, but they are cooking. They're bubbling. They're getting all this, residue and cleaning off any undue or
Look how red
unneeded.
that is.
How red? Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now is that red like rust?
Yes, iron,
It's
iron
iron.
deposits.
Okay.
So we have iron deposits. Most of these are made of silicon. Uh, we have some calcite in here. We have some limestone in here. We have feldspar. Uh,
Oh my gosh, some of the colors are just popping.
a variety of different mineral. Got some jaspers in here.
Some calcite.
Yes.
hmm I saw a couple pieces that looked kind of even clear in the middle where they broke at. hmm So this is the reaping of my harvest, family, from my sacred quest. And like I said in season 7, this quest popped off because I was going to Stone Mountain, and the month before I went to Stone Mountain, May 28th, my
Be quiet,
girlfriend,
newbie.
my girlfriend had called and she wanted me to come down May 28th to do a house blessing, a house cleansing, a land blessing, a land cleansing for her new purchase. So on May 28th, I went down there and did that. Hey, Antolina, One Love and Wellness, Antolina, how are you? And so the 28th of May, I actually went to Stone Mountain because I knew I was down there working with my girlfriend, and I told her, I says, let's go by there and let's check it out. So that day we went to the Stone Mountain again. I told this part of the story before, but it's just basically I wanted to get not a test run in, but just to get a sense for the energy, a sense for what was going on, so I could feel, the mountain and connect to the mountain and let the mountain know I'm coming back and be ready for what's about to happen. Although everybody else was probably planting their seeds of, energetically, we're going to be back. I was going to be back. I was going to be, the whole crew with me, KT Aliens and Black Magic 363, Radiohead Rich, and B Dell, and oh my gosh, King Simon, Billy Carson was there, Vicky Dillard was there. I mean, it was a day filled with all of us,
Yeah.
this community. There, we're about our people. We're about, this is like a tribe of folks that I think have really,
Mm.
really given us helping us. Let me see. Can you see? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Helping us to gang up.
Absolutely.
So we can start having the right mindset about things. So we can start having, the right foundation. Folks that have been there, tried it, done that, here showing you the fruits of their labor and the proof of their putting and what they got going on. So I feel like, when we went on the 28th, everybody else was doing their pre-work too,
Yeah.
working up to getting there. And that's so for me. I went to the mountain. I decided, hey, let me link up with you. Let me sync up with you. And I felt like I did that,
Yeah.
you know, but I didn't know how much until it, until it happened. And apparently, Stone Mountain, the fumes that are from the Stone Mountain has something to do with hallucinations.
Mm.
What the fumes that the stone itself lets off.
Yeah.
And so, because back in, I think it was 1957, 1958, or something like that, they actually, it was a cavern in Stone Mountain. They closed that cavern up
Mm-hmm.
because there were people that were disappearing
Mm.
due to, and I don't know if they can connect this, but I said to myself, well, if the mountain is if you hallucinating, I'm sure that's a good reason why you possibly are
Wandering
never,
off.
yeah, and you still on the mountain and you still exposed,
Yeah.
so they closed that up and they said, well, we're not going to keep, that's an endangerment,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's due to
But
that
that's probably
igneous
because
rock.
their people was disappearing.
Right.
If our people was disappearing, it might be a whole nother story, you know.
Right.
So, but the thing was, so I connected with the mountain, and that same day, I went because I had a meeting with um, Blue,
Okay.
and I was supposed to be meeting with him in reference to, some other stuff that I have that's going on, one of my business avenues,
Yeah.
areas, or whatever. And so I had,
Can't see you.
you don't see me? You don't see my yellow shirt on
Okay, I
there?
see you now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I can do it this direction because I ain't really want the cars in there.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
but yeah, so that's that evening. Well, what they would, I don't know if it was the same day that I went to the mountain. It might have been the day after. That was a Wednesday because on that Wednesday they were having Wind Down Wednesday in
Mm.
Atlanta. I think on the East End. And so I had said in my mind I wanted to hook up with the KT aliens with a little mosquito got on my
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
I wanted to hook up with the KT aliens. I wanted to be able to talk to them about what I had on my mind. And lo and behold, look who walked across the front of my car,
Mm.
Blue, and
Okay.
and Blue
Okay.
Dream, his spouse, his queen, And so immediately I was like, see, look at God, because I didn't have to get out the car to go find them, because I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I said I'm gonna go there because I felt like I was gonna run into the people I needed to see.
Absolutely.
But I didn't know there was gonna be somebody I knew that I needed to see per se.
Divine time.
I just knew I was gonna bump into some people I needed to see.
Yeah.
And ended up he walked right across the front of my vehicle. And I'm like, Pope Pablo,
Mm-hmm.
sacrilegious Sunday style. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So let me see. Hello, hello. Grandma, I hope you will stay for a little longer than 1,000 years. Ooh, who's that? Gobbler 305. Hey, Gobbler 305. Let me see. Who was that next person? I saw somebody else.
They said they want
Um,
you to stay for more than a
More
thousand
than a
years.
thousand
That's what I'm
years. That's how
talking
they
about.
live in the Bible. Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
These things flying around me. Vero Alamazan said, hello, one love, Ashe, peace to all of you, Ashe. So, but in the meantime, he walked across the front of the thing, and I said, "Hey, I need to meet with you." I said, I want to, meet you at the bookstore." He said, "The bookstore?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "What time you be there tomorrow?" He told me what time he'd be there. I said, "I'll meet you then." He's like, "Okay." And so I went and met him, and then um, right behind where the bookstore is, I can't get the best angle. This daggone,
It's
they
okay.
keep biting me.
It's okay.
I got that that good meat.
Yeah.
They juicing up on me because I'm eating watermelons today, so I probably taste juicy sweet. But anyway, so I was in the neighborhood where where the bookstore is. I
Yeah.
think it's 488 L.
Okay.
I was getting ready to say the street. I knew the street. The street just went off my mind. But anyway, so Edgewood, that's what it is. So I went behind their street and I stumbled across the Martin Luther King. I have a dream. That whole block is like,
Mm.
I would say sacred, but it's historical landmark now.
Yeah.
All right, so I ain't gonna be able to stay out here but so much longer because these things is biting me and I'm tasty treat to them. So we can finish this another time because I ain't gonna let them keep getting me. But anyway, so I went there to the store, the bookstore. I found the Martin Luther King block, this historical landmark area, and I parked my car at the corner,
Yeah.
right where it's supposed to be like a little park area. It's managed by National Park Service now,
Yeah.
but I pulled up to the little park area, and I was like, I am so tired, I'm so sleepy because I was supposed to be heading out of town at that point.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing this on the way out of town,
Wow.
so I decided I'm gonna take a nap. I took a nap right there on the block. I have a dream. I dreamt while I was on that block, right?
Hey,
And come to find out, on the strong end that we did the Stone Mountain hike,
yeah.
the KT Aliens, or red and blue,
Yeah.
they actually had something at their bookstore, and they took everybody back there on that I have a dream block.
Oh,
Wow, these things, you blow them and they don't
I
move.
told you.
So they ended up doing the same thing I did, only they were still awake. What is your dream? They went back there and they recorded them talking about their dream, but it was raining that day. Well, it stopped long enough for them to do what they were doing. That's another thing that I've learned since the Stone Mountain. I started controlling the weather. I started being an influencer, a weather pattern influencer. But in the meantime, so after I had my dream,
I think I'm gonna put the basket on top of the
okay,
bucket.
okay,
So when I'm trying to
get in there,
and
yeah,
no
fall in
children
there,
trying to get in there.
yeah, yeah. What you call those? Anything from the outdoors that climbs around. We end up with all kinds of stuff in there, cooking with it.
Trying to tell you.
So, but in the meantime, these stones are being prepared so that I can make and create, and I'm sharing some of my harvest with him, with my mentor today, God in the flesh. He has been traveling and doing his own mining, his own crystal mining. And so this was my first time to be able to mine. And I wasn't necessarily going and digging them up per se. I mean, I did have to dig, but I didn't go into, a cave, or, go out into a mining field or something like that. I just decided wherever I was that was sacred, I was going to pick some stones. And that's what I did. So this sacred journey is going to be memorialized by these beautiful stones. You're not gonna put it under the thing.
Look,
They gorgeous.
look.
Let
You
me
want to see
turn
them
it
in the
around so
sunlight?
you can see in the sunlight. Okay.
Yeah, see
If you think that's a good idea, sure.
them in the sunlight.
Okay, okay. See those beautiful colors coming out of them. Oh my goodness. Some of them are just I've seen people's what you call it, countertops made out of some of this stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man. That's so awesome.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah. So, all right, family. They're going to have to sit for the next 24 to 48 hours. So,
It's got all
pick your
types of grain
stone.
in there.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming out even more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it had dirt on it where I couldn't see all of those gorgeous colors coming out of it, the
Yeah.
veins and stuff. So I got a pretty decent eye for things. I'll know better what to look for out of what we get here. So, but family, thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm gonna show you the finished results in a couple of days. Love+Art equals wellness. Heart Happy Hour, season 8. This is the kickoff. Uh, one of my this. Let me just say this real quick, because I know I have shared with you guys that I am a graduate of divinity school, but the divinity school that we went to together,
Yeah.
True and ISE,
Yep.
we actually were the last classes that were participating at ISE.
Yep.
And we are, what do you call yourself?
We call ordained metaphysical priests
Okay. Ordained
or
metaphysical
metaphysicians.
metaphysicians. That one was the one I had um, I had gravitated to, because the new practice was also, she's connected with the Maryland Metaphysician Association or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I registered with them and whatnot, and that's another place where you can go and get your what you call it, certifications.
Yeah.
And
School of Divinity.
right, right.
The
So
interfaith minister.
We are
holistic practitioners.
I am considered a sacred arts curator as well as a certified metaphysician. But we are sanctifying these stones for you. They are from sacred places for sure. And you'll have more details about them coming up soon. But welcome to Heart Happy Hour. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining me for the first episode of season 8. More to
All right.
come.
Peace,
Ashe,
love, and light.
one love and wellness. Ashe. Where's the X? Are you sure you want?